Meet Alex. At 29, he was healthy, driven, and crushing it in his career. Then, almost overnight, his brain started glitching. Words would disappear mid-sentence. Simple, everyday tasks suddenly felt impossible. He was living in a thick, relentless brain fog that no amount of coffee could cut through. The solution wasn't some miracle drug or a fancy biohack. It was a simple habit change that any of us can use to reclaim our mental sharpness. Have you ever felt like your brain is running at half speed? That feeling of mental sludge is often the first red flag. For Alex, it started small. He'd lose his train of thought in a meeting or have to reread the same email 5 times just to get the words to stick. Like many of us, he blamed it on stress and burnout. So he did what we're all taught to do. He pushed harder. He worked longer hours and slept less, figuring it was the price of success. But instead of getting better, his focus completely shattered. His brain, once his greatest asset, was becoming his biggest liability. Convinced something was seriously wrong, Alex went looking for answers, and it was beyond frustrating. He tried productivity apps, expensive supplements, and every diet imaginable, but nothing could touch the suffocating fog. His doctors ran tests, but every result came back normal. He was told it was just stress and that he should try to relax. But how could he relax when his own mind felt like a stranger? Alex had lived for years, getting by on 4 to 6 hours of sleep a night. He felt tired, sure, but he thought he had adapted. What he didn't realize was that he was racking up a massive sleep debt, a debt his brain was finally coming to collect. The breakthrough wasn't a pill, it was a revelation about sleep. Alex discovered that consistent sleep deprivation, even losing just an hour or 2 a night, was systematically shutting down his brain. During deep sleep, your brain isn't just offline, it's doing critical maintenance. It activates a brilliant cleanup system that clears out metabolic waste that builds up during the day. By constantly skipping this vital process, Alex was preventing his brain from repairing itself, which led directly to his brain fog, memory lapses, and poor focus. The cure wasn't a drug, but simply giving his brain the time it needed to do its job. Does Alex's story sound a little too familiar? Let me know in the comments what you've noticed about your own mental clarity. This is a conversation we all need to be having. So, Alex committed to a radical experiment. For 1 month, he would prioritize getting a full 7 to 8 hours of sleep, every single night. The first few days were rough, but after a week, something shifted. The heavy fog started to lift. By the second week, he noticed his focus and working memory were getting sharper. Within a few weeks of consistent sleep, he felt like himself again. Words came easily, his thinking was sharp, and the mental quickness he thought he'd lost was back. He hadn't needed a miracle cure, he just needed to honor his body's most basic need. Reclaiming your mental clarity is possible, and it starts tonight. The key isn't trying to catch up on the weekends, it's all about consistency. Here are the evidence-based steps you can take. Protect your sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a wind-down routine. An hour before bed, dim the lights and put away the screens. Optimize your environment. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Watch what you consume. Avoid caffeine after noon. Steer clear of heavy meals or alcohol in the hours before bed. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more ways to take control of your brain health. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.